In Ghost of Tsushima, you play as the samurai Jin Sakai. During the Mongolian invasion of Japan at the end of the 13th century, Jin's island of Tsushima is the first where the war starts. During the opening cutscene, you can see Jin and his samurai are heavily defeated by the Mongolian warriors. This defeat teaches Jin that to win this war, he needs to abandon his honorable ways as a samurai if he ever wants to defeat the Mongolian army. And thus the Ghost of Tsushima is born. Jin starts out with a small skill set, but as the story unfolds he learns many different fighting stances to fight 4 kinds of different enemies. Beside the sword, he soon becomes an expert archer and obtains simpler weapons such as kunais, smoke bombs, poison darts and more. Besides taking enemies head on, you can also take a stealth approach and assassinate enemies by silently killing them in high grass or jumping on them from rooftops. A comparison with Assassin's Creed games is not far away, as you will soon find out. Fighting enemies sounds simple, with only a normal and heavy attack as offense and evade or block as defense. But Jin unlocks other fighting stances as you become stronger through the gaining experience. Enemies with a shield are more easily defeated with a different fighting stance than those with a spear or bow and arrow. It takes time to become an experienced sword fighter, switching between stances during battles, blocking, evading, and throwing some kunais in the midst of a fight. But once you get the hang of it, it feels absolutely wonderful. No matter how good I became in fighting though, I would almost never come out of a fight totally unharmed. Sometimes it's also possible to challenge enemies to a standoff, where you need to time your moment of attack just right so you can take out one or multiple enemies with just one hit. Or in duels, which can be seen as boss fights where you can take on enemies one-on-one to try and defeat them in a dance of blades. The story itself is truly amazing, but once you've completed it and done most of the side quests and decide to complete every other aspect of the game, by liberating all camps, discover every location and find every collectible, you will find that now the game slows down a bit and becomes a little bit repetitive. There are quite a few collectibles to be found, and after trying to get 20 or so without any real variation in it, it would start to feel a little bit as a grind. Nevertheless, I also enjoyed this part of Ghost of Tsushima, just a bit less than the rest of the game, that's all. Graphically, the entire world looks extremely beautiful. The characters, environments, weather, and especially nature makes you stand still sometimes and just enjoy what's on your screen from time to time. The falling leaves in different colors, the rising sun blinding your eyes, and the bright moonlight makes this game so incredibly special that I cannot even explain it. All of this beautiful nature is not only there for pure aesthetic value, but it also has a function. The wind makes everything that can move blow into the direction where your current objective or waypoint is. This is very uniquely done as you don't have any radar on your screen, but it points you in the right direction without you having to open your map all the time. In conclusion, Ghost of Tsushima really knows how to make you feel that you're playing an old classic samurai movie. The only 2 things that can be said about Ghost of Tsushima, which are not entirely positive in my opinion, is that the camera would not always work in your favor when playing. I understand why Sucker Punch chose to make the camera function the way it does, but still it can be quite annoying at times. Secondly is the repetitiveness of the endgame. If they made some more variation in this and used less or different collectibles, then this game would truly be an ultimate masterpiece. That said, things I really loved about this game are the non-existent or very quick loading times when you fast travel, the very fluent fighting gameplay, and let's of course not forget the amazingly looking graphics. The game is quite linear aside from the fact that you can choose to roam around or do some side missions before you continue your story. But all of this adds up to Ghost of Tsushima being a really wonderful game. Therefore, I rate this game a 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please let us know by giving this video a like and by leaving a comment. Enjoy your day, and we hope to see you again next time. Peace out and game on.